Good evening, YouTube. This video is about how I observed the moon within the clouds, not a 250,000 miles away, but within the clouds, below the firmament and above the surface of the earth, somewhere within the first heaven. These pictures were taken on May 15th, 2022, approximately 7:30 p.m., just after sundown and right about moonrise. And I'm doing air quotes as I say moonrise, right as the moon began to enter my field of view on its circuit above the face of the earth. This was the night of the blood moon event, and these pictures were taken before that happened. So I'm just going to go through them pretty quickly, and then I have 3 videos, very short videos that I'll attach to the end of this. But this first picture was taken right at 7:30, and as you can see, the moon is in the clouds. This is a cloud formation. You can see it's behind the moon on the left, it's behind the moon on the right, and it's wrapping around the front of the moon. This is just as the moon was coming into view and rising up from the horizon. So that was the first picture. This next picture is shortly after that. And as you can see, it's still within this cloud formation. It's behind it on both sides, and it's wrapping around the front, right across here and around the bottom of it. How on earth can that happen if the moon is a 250,000 miles away, orbiting the earth at astronomical speeds? It can't. This is proof positive that the moon is within the first heaven. And what is the first heaven? The first heaven is the space that God created between the surface of the earth and underneath the firmament. When he separated the heavens from the earth, when he separated the waters above from the waters below, he created a cavity of air when he separated the waters. And that's the cavity that we live in and breathe in. And that is the cavity that the sun, the larger light or the greater light, and the moon, the lesser light or the smaller light, even though they're the same size, I'm talking luminosity here, they inhabit the first heaven. They inhabit our space. I'm going to show you another picture. These are all in succession time-wise. There's the same thing. You can clearly see the cloud formation on both sides, behind the moon and across the moon. Here's another one. This is about 10 minutes later, maybe 15 minutes at the most, as the moon is beginning to rise or rise from the horizon into view. And here you can clearly see clouds across the top, across the bottom, wrapping around behind on both sides. Another picture taken a few seconds later of the same situation. And then this is another one as the moon started to come into its full luminosity. And you can see clearly these clouds are directly behind the moon and wrapping around. That is impossible if the moon is a 250,000 miles away. What the moon is, I don't know. I think it's some type of plasma. It is definitely some type of light. It is an electromagnetic, some type of electromagnetic creature. What it is exactly, I don't know. I haven't been there. I haven't done experiments to the point where I can tell you 100% what it is, but I do know it is not a rock a 250,000 miles away hurtling through space, and I'm using air quotes for space. It is something local. It is something close. It is self-luminous. It is not reflecting the sun's light. You can see in these pictures, that is something that has light emanating from itself, not light reflecting. Reflection looks completely different than light emanating from an object. Anyhow, I'm going to end this right here, and I'm going to put up 3 short videos attached to this, and then that's going to be the full video. Give a comment. I know a lot of you are going to give razzing comments and telling me I'm an idiot, but leave your comments. Mike Machine's out. God bless.
I had to do this video real quick because the moon is literally in the clouds. There's clouds behind the moon, and there's parts of that same cloud formation coming across in front of the moon on the bottom left quadrant. I know it's bright and you can't see good detail because I'm zooming out, but maybe that's a little better. You can see that it's literally sitting. Those clouds, that cloud goes right behind that vertical cloud, right around the mid-level of the moon, goes right through the moon. And this bottom part of the cloud just below it is covering the bottom left quadrant. Proof that the moon is not 250,000 miles away, but the moon is inside the first heaven, the atmosphere between the firmament and the earth below. The Hashemayim, the first heaven, just above the Haaretz. I just had to film this. I thought you would get a kick out of it and enjoy it. Another proof of God's creation. The terrarium that we live in, this flat plane, this flat realm covered by a firmament to separate the heavens above, the watery heavens above, from the land, the Haaretz, the land and the waters below. All right, God bless. Just wanted to do another quick clip of it. You see the clouds have moved. You see that cloud? It's literally, the moon is right in front of it, and a part of it is covering still the bottom left quadrant. You see that? That is proof that whatever electromagnetic system that we're living within, this moon is a plasma of some sort, is a light source in the first heaven, the Hashemayim, between the Haaretz, the earth, and the firmament above. It is within our atmosphere, our breathable air. Somehow it does its circuit, and somehow it is able to hang there by some kind of electromagnetic system. This whole system, this whole realm that we live in is a giant electromagnetic system. The sun does the same thing. The sun is within the first heaven, below the firmament. But I just wanted to take this other picture of it. This shows you that whole cloud formation. It's literally sitting. It's literally sitting within that cloud formation. God bless. Have a good night. Last clip for tonight. You can see how it's completely surrounded by a cloud formation. in behind it, underneath it, and across still about a third the bottom left quadrant, a third of it.